Hello everyone, this will be a video about A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, also known as Nettaigyo or Yuki ni Kogareru in Japanese. Now, this manga is known as one of the biggest Yuribaits in the Yuri fanbase. It has a 7.65 on MyAnimeList and an average score of 76 on AniList. And the reason for that is because it starts off like every other cute Yuri manga where the main girl, Kanatsu, transferred into a new school and she is then approached by an upperclassman, Koyuki, when she is visiting the aquarium club. Konatsu then gets interested in Koyuki, so she joins the club. The club only has 2 members, being the 2 of them, and they grow closer as the activities go. So this is how it went for about a quarter or maybe half of the manga, and halfway through the manga it shifted into a more psychological story. It became more dramatic, and this is because Kanatsu is a girl that transferred into this school from quite a faraway place. In this completely alien world to her, she is super lonely, and that's why she is interested in Koyuki in the first place. So if you want to know how it goes, how it happens, you're gonna have to read it yourself. Because of the shift in the theming of the manga, most Yuri fans are really disappointed because it's not what they expected. I'm surprised by the change myself, but instead of being mad and disappointed that I won't be seeing, 2 girls kiss and live happily together after, I would still give this an 8. As for why, because I think it's very good. It just didn't went the way I think it would. I'm pleasantly surprised instead of being disappointed by the change. As for why most people hated the change, I would maybe say it because they think the change, the difference between the first and second half is a bit sudden and it felt really jarring. I personally disagree because in the beginning, the loneliness of the 2 main characters is already well established. It's not something that just came out as like shock value or just came out for no reason. And also, it gets gradually more psychological and dramatic instead of, just suddenly turning from comedy into psychological in 2 chapters or something. Other than that, a lot of people also felt misled by the genre. Now this I think is a valid complaint, but I don't think it's the manga's fault. On AnimeList, the genres are girls' love, slice of life, and then seinen. I myself am one of the victims of these inaccurate genre tags, because even though it says seinen, I can't really tell what seinen it is. There's seinen comedy, drama, romance, it can be anything. So I understand if people complain about being misled by the genre, Not everyone is in the mood for something serious all the time. I mean, personally, I'm not in the mood when I started reading this manga, even though I left satisfied. On AniList, however, it has all of the genres on MyAnimeList, but with an additional drama tag. Now this is more accurate. I think it represents the genre of the manga better. So I guess check out AniList genre tags before you read. I don't know. MyAnimeList mangas are really badly listed. A lot of them are outdated and tags are inaccurate. A lot of webtoons are not listed. So if you are mainly a manga reader, I would recommend AniList instead of MyAnimeList. Now let's get to why I think this manga deserves an 8 out of 10. I'm not someone that gives out 8s like it's nothing. The manga needs to leave an impression, be memorable to deserve an 8. But it just happens that this manga succeeds in doing that for me. It tells a story about a girl getting over her loneliness and getting used to this alien place that she just moved into. Coming of age story about how friendships don't stay the same as you grow up, as you get more busy with life. It really showed the growth of the 2 main characters very well in the end, and I left very satisfied with how the 2 main characters ended up as. The manga also has a very nice art style. It looks very beautiful because it keeps referencing this book called The Frog and Salamander. It has some really cool visuals to represent how the main characters feel. Now, I don't really know what story The Frog and the Salamander is. I can't even find much about it online, but it allows some cool visuals for the mental state of the character, which I really like. But it also caused some really weird dialogue here and there because they'll say things like, oh, I want to be a frog, I want to be a salamander, which I thought, out of context, that's a bit weird, but it's not really a complaint. Overall, I think this manga is really worth a read, but not as a sweet romance Yuri manga, but as a good drama about a girl growing up. 8 out of 10. Highly recommend it, but you just need to know what you're getting into before reading it. That's all.